1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. Don't make me go full-blown Full Metal Jacket song here. Probably be taken off YouTube if I did. Come on, girl, one more lap. You can do it. Okay. Final deal. Final stretch. We did it. We're gonna run it out. Then we're gonna walk it out. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't take no prisoners. We're not taking any prisoners. Well, I can see how motivated you were today. You just a spectator? Uh-huh. Thank you, Ginger. So, hey guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I'm taking every opportunity I can to film because I know how busy you guys are. You guys know how busy we are. August is always crazy because it's end of harvest time. It's fall and winter prep time. And then you have everything else going on in the world. Whatever's normal anymore, you're still dealing with all that junk. I am continuing to run. I have a 5K coming up next month. Still building. I'm in the building process. I pretty much can do 1 to 2 miles with no problem. In fact, once I get past the 1 mile mark, that's when it's like my body's in rhythm. It's like, go, go, girl, go. So will I finish the 5K completely jogging or running it out? Well, I hope to. I did last time. Placed pretty good. Wasn't the goal, but I did. But all I'm doing at this point is setting myself a goal. And that's why something like an event, such as a 5K, is really good because it gives you a date. It gives you a timeline. A lot of helicopters these days. You hear that? A lot of activity with that these days. Now, maybe they're just going around searching for more damage from the storm from the other day. Can't tell if that's military or more of a private deal, or police, or from the hospital. Don't know yet, but we have them a lot right now. But just to say real quick, I did go into Knoxville yesterday, down by Lovell Road, Cedar Bluff, and Kingston Pike. And I haven't looked on the news, but from what I understand, I think they said it was an E2 that touched down or went through. So remember how I told you in my video, it was like this wild, crazy whip around thing and it poofed and went away here? Well, it wasn't so kind in West Knoxville. Okay, that looks like a private helicopter. So I'm not trying to be freaky out or be an alarmist, but I am just saying there's a lot of activity. So whatever it is, it is. So here's the deal, preparedness. Let's talk this subject out because it's important for you to think about. I saw somebody talking about how because we are preparing, or in preppers in general, you guys that are preparing, because you are, basically, you have an obligation to help people. No, and no, that's not true. All right, now I'm gonna really start sweating. This is what I do. I start pouring right after. No, if you have an obligation or feel the calling to help people, it's because you've made a moral and ethical decision to be available to do so. But that does not mean that you are obligated in the sense of that just because you bought extra beanie weenies or Spam. She's having a hard time. You ran so hard today. Normally she does, but she didn't today. Not much. It's too hot. Folks, let me say this to you right now. We continue to try to make videos about preparedness, give opinions even. I talked about yesterday about the whole idea about bioengineered foods, and somebody said, we've had that in our food supply since like the 90s and nobody said anything. And the only reason they didn't say anything is because they didn't know. Now they have to be labeled and all of this stuff. Yes. So, but this is the thing. We're having all these conversations about different types of preparedness, homesteading, and all of the things combined because, see, Your grandmother was not called a prepper. She was just doing her thing. And they were constantly in preparation mode because they knew if they didn't, it was most likely a life or death situation for them. I cannot begin to express to you how many emails and comments that I'm seeing about people losing their jobs. You're welcome to always read the comment section, and I always encourage you to do so because that's where you guys literally give so much information and help each other too, and that's important in this community. But I want to tell you right now, I, as an individual, have made the decision that I am obviously going to be able or would like to help certain people that I know or certain things how I can. But my family comes first. My family and my family and my animals, which is part of my family, and certain individuals that I have allowed to be in my circle, we come first, okay? Because you made the decision, not you, but someone, okay? I'm not specifically talking to this crowd. I'm just giving you something to bounce off with and to make you feel better about your decisions. I'm telling you, you are not obligated to help people unless you choose to. It is not fair for somebody to say, well, we're going to depend on you to help us. Or, you know the whole thing of I'm coming to your house. We've talked about that a million times. Guys, you've had people tell you that a million times. It is not your responsibility to save the world. I try to save the world every single day, and I'm disappointed every single day that I'm not saving it. That's Patera's thing that she has to deal with every day. But I go to bed every night knowing that I'm trying, and I pray about it. And I know the reality here, but my theory is, and my attitude is, every time I make a video or say something specific, that hopefully I'm making the difference. If I make the difference with just one person, then so be it. Because here's the deal. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to run your 5K for you. No one is coming to pay off your bills. No one is coming to feed your children. In fact, a lot of times nowadays, people are trying to go against you and hurt you and to cause you to be in a very desperate situation just because you may not agree with them politically. That is horrible. But this is the situation that a very small, sick, demonic section of our population is trying to drive down everybody's throats. In other words, if I'm not the same color as you, or if I don't believe exactly like you, or if I don't do all the things that you do, well, then you know what? I'm not just going to disagree and say we agree to disagree and go mind my business and stock my pantry. No, I got to take the biscuit out of your kid's mouth too. We live, always have, but particularly right now, the demons are running rampant. And it's not just about being yucky or ugly to you on social media or talking bad about you behind your back at the office in the next cubicle or in the next room, down over the casserole dishes at the church. It's everywhere, and it's very deliberate. But then, a lot of people will say they don't feel that they feel the calling to prepare, or they just can't. Now, I understand right now, or in recent months, it's gotten very difficult for people to prepare. They don't have the money to. They don't have the land to. They may be single. They may be having a health crisis. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You won't like it. You won't like it. But it's the truth, and that's what you deserve. That's what I want you to hear. If I am a prepared person, and not everybody's going to be 100% prepared, and not everybody's going to be perfect. So let's get that out in the open too. But if I have the ability to help somebody, I'm going to be very particular on who I help because I have limited resources. You, if you're preparing as best you can, you know as well as I do that you have limited resources due to many different things. Most likely it's due to funds being able to to buy things or to grow things, which means you have to have, a certain amount of land, even if it's just potted stuff. But that's only going to go so far. Preps only go so far. This is why people tell you to develop skill sets and to try to grow your own food. That not only helps fill your pantry and your belly, but it also is going to help you in terms of being able to barter. Somebody's asked me to do a video about bartering. There probably are videos about that. Listen, here's the thing. I can, but it's just going to be whatever I think of at that moment. because the scenarios in terms of bartering are endless, and they could go 100 million different ways. But here's the thing, the more preps that you have, okay, whether it's vegetable soup that you canned or you bought from Campbell's at the local Ingles, or whether it's, you know, bullets, beans, and Band-Aids, medicine, tools, seeds, lots of different things like that. I guess we could do a video on the most popular items which will be likely needed in terms of bartering. But what I'm saying is it's hard to pinpoint exactly how to do it, because we're not in that society, and not much. I mean, yes, I've traded my eggs for things before, and traded for things, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like, I've given certain amount of things to allow, because I borrowed somebody's bull to, you know, have fun for a month with my cows. I didn't necessarily pay with cash, but I may have made sure they had eggs for 6 months. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's all kinds of scenarios, but here's the thing. If you can prepare, you should. And you should not expect other people to bail you out and help you because you didn't prepare. Because here's what's going on. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. People like me and people that are truly working, anybody that we're around at all, we are naturally going to be tuned in, have been tuned in, are tuned in to what are you doing right now? You buying lottery tickets? You getting your nails done? Did you go to the beach? Did you blow all your money at the casino? Did you buy a new car? Do you have other bad habits? What are you doing? So see, I have my mind already set and my eyes are peeled, knowing that I will help a certain amount of people or certain people, and they may not even know it yet, but I'm keeping a tab on everything right now that they're doing. Because you know why? I'm over here trying to get in physical shape so that I can handle hard times. I'm out here, I'm about to make elderberry syrup and elderberry jelly from my own homegrown elderberries. I am seed saving from last year's Cherokee tan pumpkins. You know, we're putting things up. We're trying to prepare for winter. I'm stressing trying to figure out how many bales of hay that I need to buy, and where, you know, how am I going to pay for that, or all of these things. So while these other people are going to Pigeon Forge, you know, and had a weekend in Charleston at the beach, and, you know, are making sure they hit the Dairy Queen. Don't get me wrong. I do love a mini Reese's Blizzard. Aren't they good? And you really don't need anything bigger than the mini. It's enough. But anyway, I digress. But, you know, I'm saying preppers are watching. We're not just a bunch of crazy Looney Tunes sucking up all the conspiracy theories, you know, going and practicing at the range every day. No. That's not what we're doing necessarily at all. We are watching, and we are in tune. So if you're not that person like us, like the people here, I wouldn't expect any help from us. You might get a bag of beans and a little cup of flour and sugar. You know, we'll give a little something for you to do whatever, because we choose to that day because we are nice. But see, we've already got our plans made. We've already got our preparations divided out. We've already done the math. We've already spent the time. We've already shed the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the money. Again, now not everybody that needs help is doing the things that I mentioned. But I don't know about you, but we've been doing this a long time. And 5 years ago, people weren't in the situation, most people, that they're finding themselves in today. So while I was milking a cow and growing corn and learning to can and doing all the things that I did over the last decade plus, I watched a lot of people go to the beach, go to Disney World, go watch baseball games, buy new cars, and do things that, frankly, I get they wanted to live, but when they were home, they weren't making the sacrifice to prepare. So again, I want to say to you, if you're watching and you're not preparing at all, don't you expect anybody in any type of circle that you know that you think or know are trying to, you know, get prepared for hard times. Hard times are here, by the way. Don't expect them to help you. If they do, God love them, because you may not deserve their help. So I'm telling you right now, I understand there's a lot of people that cannot do the things that we talk about anymore because of a lot of stress, a lot of job losses, a lot of debt, and a lot of mismanagement of money, maybe even unfortunate health problems. So I'm not trying to, I get it. Everybody's different. But I'm just saying generically, for those that didn't do squat and may not still be doing much of a squat and think that somebody's going to bail you out, I'm telling you right now, there's a song about this, and it's called, I'm going to get railed for this one. You got another thing coming. You do. And you need to know that now. You need to know that now, so that it will hopefully make you think, hopefully make you pray, and hopefully will cause you to start planning out very quickly how you need to start making basic preparations of food, water, medications, pet needs, seeds, self-defense, and trying your best to pay off whatever first debt you can pay off. Small to big, the snowball. That's the one good thing Dave Ramsey has talked about, getting out of debt. He has steered a lot of people in the right direction in terms of debt and getting out of debt. Everything else I'm not going to speak about, because you know what? It's just a distraction. You have to understand that you should be preparing as best you can. Please do so. All right? All right. Now we've got to finish seed saving, and I've got to get all my jars ready to wash, and we've got to strain all the elderberry syrup, or juice, to make syrup and to hopefully make jelly. I really stink at making jelly, but you know what? It's just more syrup in the end. It's good on pancakes. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just keep at it. Like, subscribe, and share. I love you so much. Guys, physically, get out there. Don't stop. Walk. I'm going to tell you right now, the main reason I've made myself not walk, but run late this afternoon is to make myself stay on a schedule. I didn't go as far today on purpose because I had a rough morning with a really bad headache. I think I slept on my neck wrong, and I had a headache. It took several hours to kick out, and I said I'm going to do what I always do, and I'm going to make myself at least walk or run to get that blood pumping, and it makes you feel so good after, because you did it. We did it. All right, like, subscribe, and share. Let's get back to the house. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video, and Godspeed. Are you the sweetest girl ever? Gingy. Gingy, are you going to run the 5K with me? Maybe.